guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So if you remember in the last episode, we kind of got a few things running in different locations. We got some oil sorted and everything else. We've had some of the research has been completed since then, and a few more is on the way, and I'll talk you through a few changes that we made. Number one, we've changed the storage because now we've got the bigger storage available. We've changed the storage for the carbon into a bigger storage. Realizing that we've got the liquid storage, I decided to put a liquid storage tank in, as you can see up here. A liquid storage tank will hold way more oil than the small storage that we had available. Yeah, the capacity that a small storage has was only 600. Well, as you can see, we're near 600 now and we're nowhere near. So it's a great place that we can store all of this refined oil. In this one, we're going to be looking to push forwards a little bit more. We've unlocked plastics and we've unlocked our chemical plants. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So plastics, we need that crude oil, interestingly enough, and we need some carbon. So what's the best place to do that? Probably up here. These two are pumping out the carbon. If I bring the crude oil up here, or the refined oil or whatever, refined oil, if I bring the refined oil up here, then these bad boys can pump out and we can get them going into one of these. So do that, that'll get us some plastics. So how about then if we run this up here? So I can put another splitter in here, running the refined oil all the way up. Another splitter in here so that I can put this. Yeah, we'll put this here, it's as close as it can be. Woo! We're a little bit quicker mech now. And we'll put this into here. We'll just clear this out. And that'll enable us to put a splitter in. And then we'll just go like this. And this filter only wants to be this oil. And already we've got a sneaky bit of carbon getting in. So then we've just got to run a huge long conveyor belt up from the oil over here, which actually, we can do from this splitter after all. Put another splitter in on this corner. So in fact, we don't even need this splitter down here anymore. So we can run this up here. After all that work. So now what we're saying is we can stick this splitter in here. We want this to have the filter of the oil out that way. There we go. So that should then run into here. Blum, 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 blum. And that'll give us all of that. Lovely jubbly. Okay, cool. So then our chemicals. What are we going to do with you? Let's run a conveyor belt or two out of here. Yeah, there we go. So we're like this. Then we'll put our chemicals this side for a change. So we'll get this bad boy pumping out plastics. These Donnies over here, they're squishing out carbon. He's making plastics, he's happy. And we are golden. Power's not doing well. Ooh. So now looking at the power, we do need to go and upgrade the poles. So let's just have a quick look in the old map. See, we've only got 3 up here, so we'll go north, or apparently south. But yeah, we'll go that way and we'll sort it all out. We'll get ourselves some more electricity. We could upgrade the belts if we wanted to. Maybe. We should get producing actually. We need some of these. What do these take? These take engines and they take... Okay, this is where things are going to get interesting. I'll just see what happens here. Okay, and then we're asking it to produce that. And then I guess we'll ask it to put it into storage. See how this works. It probably won't work how I want it to do in the slightest. We might have to rearrange all of this in a big way. In a very big way. If I do this... And then we get another assembler. So what the whole process was here was, that's steel plates. That's cogs. It's too far. Okay, so we're going to bring that way. So this is to make normal conveyors. Alright, we can now fly into space. Awesome. So that's got that building conveyors. And then what we're going to do, even more, we're going to combine conveyors in here. To this. In here to give us level 2 conveyor belts for free. So then we can upgrade those bad boys. So that can be churning out conveyors awesomely, and we're going to stick that in the storage that we've just built, like so. Wow, this is going to be starting to get really complex. So we might have to change all this around just to move it out of the way so that this can come down here and it doesn't foul anywhere, but we'll see what happens. For now anyway, that's good enough. So now we've got to look at getting through the planets, because we're going to be needing, well, we're going to be needing some titanium. So at the minute we've not got a great way to get it back, so we're going to have to look at doing things a long-winded way. So we've got to go prepared. We've got storage, we've got sorters, we're going to need a mine or two, we're going to need a lot of power or ways to power this. So let's take a look at what it's actually good for at the minute. So we want to look at going to that bad boy over there, him, because he's got a lot of titanium. So we're going to go jettison over there, but it also says that he has no wind power whatsoever, so all of our energy is going to be coming from the sun. So we've got to get ourselves up with some solar panels. That'll be good. We'll get some solar en route. We also need to take some fuel with us because we don't have a single ounce. So I'll take a lot of the old oil. Oil seems to be good enough for us. Gives us a nice burn anyway, a slow burn, but still a burn. Always a risk, but we are there, and the planet is pretty much in line with us, so now's as good a time to go as any. So we want to be going over to this guy over here. Yeah, there he is. Just come into sight now. That's cool. We're just cruising for a bruising, and basically how I'm going to land this is very much how I land most things. Is just head straight at it and face plant and let the game take over and stop us from smashing into the planet. Let's head for the pole, then touch down gracefully if we can. Annoyingly, there's not so much titanium at the top. See what's at the bottom? Stone. Okay. There's a titanium vine there. We'll go towards... There's a lot of stone up here. It's not awfully big, in all fairness. It's not awfully big, so that's not too bad. There's a titanium one there. If we find that one, which we're right next to, actually, that's pretty good. And so far, but because we're where we are in terms of this planet, it's just going to be somewhere that we visit every now and again just to pick up some titanium until we've got the ability to actually pick up some titanium using a ship. What it has is going to be ample for us. Then we'll just run our power in. Trying to run a line to the poles again, same as what we always do. So that'll do what we need it to do. Now, unfortunately, due to the fact that we don't have any way to get backwards and forwards just yet, we are going to be doing this an old school way in terms of collect all resources on the mech and power them across back home that way. So basically we can let that do that. Also around here we've got some silicon as well. We don't have an awful lot of silicon, but this place has got a lot of stone, so we might end up needing to harvest this for stone, which could come in handy, but we'll see what happens. So we've got ourselves a way of getting titanium now at the very least, so we can jump ourselves back into some sort of orbit and head back home. Then set up what we're going to be doing with the titanium. Casually plop ourselves back onto the planet. Pretty much where we need to be. There we go. Okay, so titanium. What can we use it for? It's a very good question. We haven't actually unlocked it yet, so we can't actually use it for anything right now. But titanium will give us titanium plates. This one. So once we've got titanium in, we'll have a way to make titanium plates. I think I'll bring that and do that right down here. And I know that we smelt them, so we can sort of get something set up to do this. Like I say, we'll do it over here, just so that we've got a bit of room. What we'll do is we'll do big storage, and this will hold all of our titanium. And then we shall run a conveyor. Let's run a conveyor out the back of this, just to keep things nice and tight. And then we'll run our smelters out. So that'll be similar to this, although it hasn't got a recipe for it right now. So we'll just have to wait, but that'll be what we'll be doing there. So now we are ready for our titanium plate production when it is available. So these bad boys will be doing, and like I say, as always, we'll run this off into some storage. Generation's still good. Mind you, those smelters aren't running, so the generation's up there. Even with all this stuff going and producing, we're doing alright. We can cut this down a little bit. Let's cut this down to here, actually. That should be an ample amount. Alright, so we are getting a little bit cramped up in here now. Might benefit us to spin this around while we can. In fact, what we could do, change the plan completely. We're going to move all of this out into the sea a bit, just so we've got a little bit of space. I can then hopefully put the smelters down here, which I can. The only out so far is going to be back for the oil. So that'll keep us going there for a little bit. Now we've got to bring the carbon back down. So that's okay, because then the carbon comes this way. So we're just basically going to go out of here, all the way down, and into here. Which means we free up all of this space for any unknowns what's going to be happening. That's better. It's a little bit better. Then this is just going to be making plastics like it was before. And then obviously, though we haven't got it yet, we need down there, down there, down there. Awesome. And then we just got to be running a conveyor belt like so. And we take it from the end and put it in there. Bada bing, bada boom. And if needs must, we could even get our storage that we had, put a storage here, load that up. And then these can now be doing titanium. So they got us doing titanium, and then we'll get titanium plates out of this. Awesome. We're moving. So that could work to our advantage. If we can get a way to ship in stone and titanium around this point somewhere, we can actually use it to ferry stuff around here, and it keeps us nice and compact. We should get on with that, because we know that's going to be something that we need. Hydrogen fuel rod might make sense as well. The X-ray cracking, that gives us, yeah, that gives us more hydrogen, so we can set up one of our refiners to be doing that as well. Get this all upgraded down here. Handy that you can upgrade a lot once you read the instructions. So that is going to help that production, even though we're really struggling over here. We don't have a lot of stone left in this. It's quite terrifying, really. So we are going to have to look at shipping in stone and titanium. No, we can just ship in silicon direct from the other planet. Next planet is silicon. We want to do some silicon storage on the other planet again. Got no wind over there though, have we? So we'll take a few Tesla towers. We'll take some more power. In fact, we should even, while we're out there, we should look at bringing some stone across as well. So we'll build another one of these, and we'll build us some more storage. Just so that we've got ample, because ultimately we will run out of stone, we will run out of silicon. And if we can import it from overseas, so to speak, I think that'll help us out. But in order to do that, we need this, and this requires thruster, which is this bad boy, I imagine. So let's go down this road for now, just to queue that all up. So we've got to get to this. If we can build these, this will also cut down on a lot of the conveyor belts and stuff that we've got running. We are looking at needing a lot of red blocks for this, which hopefully we are doing. So we're needing hydrogen. Hydrogen is low, okay. So that's who we're heading for, number 2. We might as well get going. And once we get there, we'll look at setting up our stone and our silicon production. Well, lucky for us, right near our titanium, we do have a stone and we do have a silicon, which will be super handy. So we can literally just crack that straight into there, crack this straight into here, and ultimately I want to run the storages close together. So if I go stone and silicon, and with this, I'm not overly fussed about the speed of this thing, because like I say, we're not going to be at this planet. So like the titanium, it will fill up when we're not here. There we go. Get silicon production up. And then we'll have some way of getting some of the precious resources that we need so badly back home, including stone, which is a weird one to think, but so now awesomely we're going to have a full stack of titanium every time we drop over, pretty much. We will have some decent amount of silicon, which is good for us. We can take as much of the titanium as we can, and yeah, point ourselves skywards and head off out. got ourselves in a position where we're able to pull a few things in now. So I'll just have to have a look at what's actually going to be beneficial for us and where we're going to place things. Because again, if I have one of those interplanetary delivery system thing and put it somewhere where there's wind turbine is, I can put a couple of the other large storages around here, or, you know, do the work with the silicon and the stone from around here and kind of put it inwards again, heading towards this in direction. So this middle sort of sand strip down the middle is where main production happens of all the extra stuff. But I'll not bore you guys, because ultimately we're now just at a place where we're just waiting for our research to be developed and finished before we can do anything. So what I'll do is I'll rush through that research as much as I can off camera so that we're in a better position next time. I'll not build anything more or, you know, make any additions to much stuff. I'll literally just get us through the research to where we want to be. So I'll try and cut out that bit so you guys aren't hanging around for nothing really. But I appreciate you stepping in and watching this series. Thank you very much so far. Please don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy and bye for now. Cheers guys. Bye.